Hello, everybody. Mike from Southern California. It's Thursday, February 20th, and you're on the mic. So, on today's episode, I'm going to talk about, granted, I mentioned that I try to stay away from doing a whole lot of as Hero Hay pointed out, and a few others pointed out, you know, covering every little thing a Kickvic would be exhausting. We know what they're doing. We know a lot of what they're doing. You know, we don't need to cover the 9,876,543,210th time they've called Vic, a monster, a predator, pedophile, whatever you want to call, whatever they want to call him, and try to convince you why they're right. We don't need that kind of coverage. But when they start doing something more, when they start doing things more significant, then that's when we need to be covering it. And over the last few weeks here, well, it goes back to the start of the year with that podcast that I mentioned yesterday, where um where I think basically Mars Girl, LJ Montello, and Renfamous basically sounded the alarm. They basically told everybody they were going to go on the offense, and that's what Kickvic has done. Kickvic has basically gone on the offense. Um, of course, I talked about a couple weeks ago when it was announced that Kitchener Con had invited Vic to their con. LJ Montello and Mars Girl led a charge to try to get him canceled. Particularly Montello. She contacted Kitchener City, not just Kitchener Comic Con, but Kitchener City Hall, and gave the whole spiel. Well, how can you host an event that invites this such and such? But Kitchener, and to their credit, and I've said this when I did my the Kitchener drama video, I give them credit for standing up to these bullies. And of course, I will be profiling them, you know, this Tuesday, as I do every week, the Tuesday prior to the weekends of the upcoming cons, and I'll be talking about that as well, giving them more promotion. Um, but we saw how Montello, when she'd go after the con, she'd go after City Hall. She'd basically call, "Hey, how can you host an event that invites this type of person to your event?" And Kids of Con, they stood their ground. We haven't heard anything from Montello on it since. It's like I think she realized she lost the battle because she still hasn't, because basically Kids of Con said, "Hey, look, we're gonna have security there. There's been no," and again, everybody keeps reminding them, there's no actual evidence. You guys haven't produced anything. Everything you produce has basically been debunked. So, but amidst this onslaught from Kickvic, Kitchener stood strong, and I praise them for staying strong, and I ask that they continue to stay strong. You know, cons need to see this. Cons need to see that something. If you stand up to these bullies, they'll back down because that's what they are, bullies. You know, Then, of course, earlier this week, I think I think it may have been on Monday or something like that. Um, Monday, maybe Tuesday morning, and it was originally reported, of course, by SG Sammy and Come Geek Some. Um, well, it was initially reported by SG Sammy, and then Come Geek Some had also reported on it. Um, where somebody claiming, and I talked about this yesterday too, so I'll just briefly go over it. Somebody claiming to be somebody in authority with Unlocked was saying that it was apparently against the rules of terms of service to basically record and upload the videos. That was clear. That was quickly debunked. That was quickly explained. Vic explained it. If you want a more detailed explanation of that, go back to yesterday's video, because yesterday's on the mic episode 158, Target Unlocked, because I did go into it a little bit more. I'm just giving these as examples. I'll probably do one what we found out yesterday in more detail, because there's, as I said, this episode is Kickvic on the offensive, and they have been on the offensive for the last few weeks. And we've seen it with the Kitchener Comic Con situation. We saw it with Unlocked. As everybody knows, they've been trying to find every which way to separate Vic from his support. And yesterday, as reported by Hiro Hay, shout out to Hiro Hay on this, I would say that they are really starting to get desperate. Because there was somebody who goes by the name on Twitter of El Chulapacabra. I think it's her her Twitter her Twitter name is at Chidor Tadog or something like that. And I know Hiro Hay also released a picture of her because of what she said. But this is basically supposedly what happened. So this individual decided to post a video on Twitter where she basically suggested that people surround Vic, and this was in quote, surround Vic and beat him up. That's right. We now have and now she later deleted the video, but people recorded that video. Okay, people have that. You know, um, Hay has that video. I'm sure others have that video. Young lady, Hay is right. You're stupid. I'm sorry, but you got to call a spade there. You just videotaped yourself making a threat to somebody. If somebody decides to press it, you could very well find a cop knocking at your door. So I hope it was worth it. And then she, as we heard, she deleted the video and she's saying, "Oh, I'm the victim. I'm the victim. They're now harassing me. They're calling me fat. They're calling me ugly." No, they're not harassing you. They're calling you out on your bad behavior. They're calling you out on your bad behavior. El Chulapacabra, Chidor Tadog. That was just utterly and undeniably stupid. As I said, I tried to get away from focusing on the negative garbage that's going on. I've been trying to be more positive. I generally have, but as I said, you gotta when stuff like this happens, you gotta call a spade a spade. You really gotta call a spade here. We actually have documented evidence now that can be taken to the police, and I personally think we should. Now, Hiro Hay dismissed it as, oh, maybe she's just all talk. And maybe she is. Maybe she's a little more braver and brazen, behind a video camera than she is, if you were to go up to her face. I mean, she wants to continue her stupidity. Go right up to Vic and tell him that you're gonna you're gonna beat him up and see what happens. You know. Now, first off, your picture is being circulated as we speak, so everybody's gonna be on the lookout for you. You get anywhere near Vic, security's gonna be on you, probably like a dog in heat. Okay. So just and to any other Kick Vickers out there thinking of either saying something like that or doing something like that, keep in mind that one, that doesn't really help your narrative. Not that I think it really is about the narrative anymore. You have there's a very loud minority that figures if they keep saying it loud enough, eventually enough people will believe them to do something about it or do what they want about it. But just as you have that loud minority, you have a majority of people who are willing to take the stand, you know, and defend against this kind of garbage. You know, it's just utterly unbelievable that you would even think of doing something like that. And you got to criticize like people like Monica too, who keep saying, "Well, we want to heal the community. We want to heal the community." Yet you allow stuff like this to fly. Give me a give me a break. You know. So yeah, I just wanted to, in summation, just to show, just to again, just remind everybody what's going on. Again, I already did videos on the Kitchener drama, and of course, yesterday's video was in regards to the whole unlocked situation, which Amish even called that individual out on. But when this other thing came up yesterday, I figured let's just combine just kind of remind everybody of the three, that Kickvic has gone on the offense. They've gone on the offense because I think, despite the protestations, they, I think they realize they may be on the losing end of this. I think they got lucky with the initial court case, and they can still keep saying 0-17 and still fired and all that garbage. Which I don't think nobody really knows for sure if Vic is still. Yes, he's fired from Funimation, Rooster Teeth, but I don't think none of the other companies have actually said anything either way, and I don't think they're going to. They're trying to stay out of it. I would love particularly for Sentai, since Vic started it with ADV. I'd love for him to go back there and work with them, because I think it would benefit them both. Now, the one other thing too is, one, as Sammy pointed out in one of his videos, it could be that maybe the companies have offered him work and he just, because of other stuff going on, just didn't take it. I mean, we all know he was suffering from depression earlier in the year. We all, now I did hear on his unlocked stream yesterday or the other day that he's working on an independent film right now in Arizona, I guess. So that's good. But as I said, I would like to see Vic go back to Sentai, because for one, it would be getting him some work. Two, it would be shutting up Kick Vic. Now, granted, what I would hope is if Kick Vic then decided to go after Sentai, that Sentai would take a stand and say, "No, there's no evidence of any of this happening. Go screw yourselves." I hope Sentai would have enough strength to do that. And three, it would definitely, uplift their profile as well. So that's just, my take on all that. But anyways, So now that we got that stuff out of the way, let's take a look at what happened on this date in Nietzsche history. It's been um, today is uh, February the 20th, 2020. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, and I just saw something as I was checking my checking YouTube. Tug has a video up now, and I guess Vic's appeal brief is in from what it looks like. Let's see, Vic Mignogna appeal finally in. Ron and Monica have to afraid, I guess, be afraid of what that is, but check out Tug's video on that. But anyways, and if it is in and Nick can get the documents, he'll probably be covering that tonight. I'll probably try to watch him, and I'll have my own commentary on it over the next few days here, depending upon when we get more coverage on it. Tug may be doing some as well here. So, anyways, getting back to the thing here. So on this day in Nietzsche history, February 20th. So first off, we go back 70 years to 1950. On this date in 1950, Marvel Comics, under the name Hercules Publishing Corporation, put out on newsstands, released on the newsstands, the 25th and final issue of the Kellys. Um, the Kellys, from what I see here, is basically kind of a slice of life romance type comic. Um, I guess from what I understand, it started out as Rusty Comics, Rusty and her friends, and then evolved into this. And I'm guessing this is it looks like it's basically a slice of life romance comic. So that's what happened on this date in 1950. Then as we move ahead, and I'd also like to wish a happy 60th birthday to Wendy Lee, a voice actress known as Faye Valentine of Cowboy Bebop, TK from Digimon Adventures, Haruhi Suzumiya, Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, Konata Izumi from Lucky Star, as well as Moegi from the Naruto franchise, and the female form. I can't remember her name now, but anyways, but again, happy 60th birthday to one of the more prolific voice actresses in the coming out of the LA studios. Wendy Lee, going all her career going all the way back to the 80s with Harmony Gold, and as time's gone on, included Studiopolis and Bang Zoom. So, yeah, happy 60th birthday to Wendy Lee. And on this date in 2000, we did Super Bowl 5 yesterday. Well, this is Super Bowl 10, or more alternatively called Super Bowl 2000, WCW's February event during the time it was in existence. Super Bowl Super Bowl 10 here happened on this date in 2000, 20 years ago at the Cow Palace in San Francisco. The Cow Palace is a historic venue for professional wrestling. Um, Basically, and as some of the results go here, the artist formerly known as Prince Iakea with Paisley defeated Lashley in the finals for the vacant WCW Cruiserweight Championship. Brian Knobbs would defeat Bam Bam Bigelow in a hardcore match for the WCW Hardcore Championship. He would gain the hardcore title from Bam Bam Bigelow. Among some of the other events include the Mamalukes retaining their tag team, the Mamalukes, Big Vito and Johnny the Bull, defeating David Flair and Crowbar in a Sicilian stretcher match for the WCW World Tag Team Championship. Ric Flair defeating Terry Funk in a Texas Death match. In just a straight up singles match, Hulk Hogan defeating the Total Package of Kluger. And in the main event of the night, a three-way dance for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Sid Vicious retains against Scott Hall and Jeff Jarrett. So that's what happened on this date 20 years ago, 2000 Super Bowl 10,000. So with that all being said, you guys can check the links below. If you want to contact me directly, you can go ahead and check out my Discord. You can always DM me on my Discord. I'll usually try to get back to you. Also, okay. So also in the link section, I'm promoting a bunch of different dub companies. Um, Also, I'm promoting a bunch of different dub companies because, contrary to what they want you to believe, Funimation is not the only game in town. You guys check out some of the other work that's out there. A lot of other good voice actresses that I'm sure would love voice actors and actresses who would love your fanfare, and I think you'd be more appreciative of it than many at some at Funimation have been. Um, also, um, I'm still, of course, promoting the GoFundMe's. As always, guys, never feel like you have to donate. If you have the means to and it's on your heart to do so, please consider donating. If you have already donated, please consider donating again. And if you cannot donate, you can still help out the cause by sharing the link. Because after all, sharing is caring. Um, Sharing is caring, and you never know. Maybe somebody in your circle of friends may see it and decide, hey, yeah, I want to help out too. Never know. It doesn't hurt to ask. They can. And if you like this content, please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And hitting the notification bell. I always look forward to the conversation with you guys, as long as it's civil and respectful, of course. Um, and until tomorrow, bye.